Hey, it's Heather at Adventures in Gardening, and today we're going to be looking inside my greenhouse to see what I have growing this early in the season here in my Connecticut Zone 6 garden. Now I have some things that have overwintered in this greenhouse. I have some things that were planted really early as far as seeds go, and then I have seasonally perfectly timed things that are appropriate. So I want to show you how all of those things are going, but first a little catch up. This feels like it has been like the longest, hardest winter ever. It has just been cold. The temperatures were just so cold, and we've had windstorm after windstorm. Lots and lots of ice made things very, very difficult. And today is gorgeous. It is the first day where you feel like, this is appropriately timed spring weather, right? But and immediately I feel like I'm behind. Okay, so I have to breathe and I have to remember and not get distracted. What kind of bird is that? Yeah, easily distracted. But I have to remember that you do things in baby steps, and you do them so that it makes the most sense. And what makes the most sense is to clean out my greenhouse and set it up and get ready for spring. So that's what I've been working on. I have my my Annabelle, just to catch you up because it's been a little bit of time. My Annabelle is behind us. Rose didn't make it through the winter. She has passed away. So it's me and Annabelle and Piper going into this new gardening season, and we are just so ready for it. So let's go take a look inside the greenhouse. So the one thing that makes winters more bearable is I get to plan and dream about spring, and this is where we're at right now. This is where the rubber hits the road, and so we are well underway. The rest time is over for this year. So I've cleaned. Here's what I've done so far today, other than organize and clean out the greenhouse. Is I've cleaned up these two pots that are in front here. And there's Miss Piper right there. Now this little cart here, I'm probably not going to leave it, but it's nice for right now. So right now at this time, I am using my heater because I have a lot of valuable things in here, like my dahlias are all under the benches on both sides. I have taken them out of storage. I have ordered another apple tree, another one of those columnar apple trees from Gurney's, and it came in already, so I put it in some soil for now because I am not ready to plant it. You see I've got my tops all here, and at night I come in, I put my tops on my seedlings that I think are not going to like the cooler temperatures, but things like up here, like the stock and the snapdragons, I do not cover. So anyway, I have coverings everywhere for the things that need them. The stock and the snapdragons were planted last October. They have been in here. I ran into a woman that she's I don't want to say she's a cut flower expert, but she's better than I am at cut flowers, and she starts her snaps in the fall, and I'm like, well, I can totally do it. So I did it, and they did fine. I did cover them with plastic covering for the worst part of the winter and then vent it during the day, but they look really great. They look great. The stalk are a little long and skinny. Will they grow out of that? I don't know. This was planted last October. This is Yod Fa broccoli. It is a sprouting broccoli, and I left two so you could see. I've been feeding them to my rabbit. So you're not supposed to let them flower like that, but when they're little tight clusters that look like broccoli, that's when you can harvest them and eat them. And will they transplant well out into the garden? Well, we'll find out. But I had the space, and I thought, why not just give it a try. I have two hardy lemons that have been here all winter long, and yeah, they were supposed to be planted in the garden last year. This is purple sprouting broccoli, and again, I'm hoping that I can transplant this into the garden maybe in a week. We'll see. It looks like we've had a shift in our temperatures. Our nighttime temperatures, we're now in the 30s. Woohoo! Yeah, it's been a rough winter. In single digits, it's just been really rough. So these look really good. I like the way that they look. And oh, look, we have our first little cluster right there. So I will harvest that. I know, it's just one little thing. Well, the rabbit will eat well. And then down here is also started last October, and this is broccoli romanesco, and they have started to do their thing. I am going to try to plant these 3 cole crops into the garden. We'll see how it goes. So I will be cutting these off. So that is the top shelf. And so this place really fills up very, 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 very quickly. I have some little succulent cuttings that I've started. That is sweet peas. It looks like I have a little something just coming up. Yep, sure do, right there. So those are ornamentals. They are ornamental sweet peas. I have organized all of my pottery, and I've, you know, kind of added a few fun accessory things this year. This is a Meyer lemon, and it actually stayed out here all winter long because I just didn't have the room in the house. And this is a jasmine that also stayed out all winter long. It's pretty big, and I just don't have the space for it. I have all my tags and my pens and saucers. And that is my thermometer, which I have not touched all season. And you can see how cold it has actually gotten in here, down to 18 degrees. Right now, when the sun is out, I have to watch that I do not cook the things, because I can cook things very quickly. That is a rooting board in the back that I made from the threshold of the original door to our house. You can see there's a stamp of the person's name. We had work done on our house, and the guys that were replacing our front door, they threw that out on the front lawn. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go get that and make something out of it. So that's a rooting board I'll be using for all of my coleus. And the one that keeps getting in the way here is Black Mission Fig, and it has overwintered out here. This Abutilon has also overwintered out here. Are we okay? Are we okay? I don't know if we're okay. You know, sometimes they just hang on, and then when the weather finally breaks, they're like, yeah, I'm done. Rosemary has been out here. This rosemary has never looked stunning to me. We do use it, I use it culinary wise, but I think it's time to get a new rosemary. Now the shelf that's in the back with more pottery on it and succulents that overwintered, they did overwinter. Again, will they just melt into nothing? I don't know, but I take pieces of all the succulents and bring them inside so that I am sure to have succulents permanently. My mom buys me tulips for Christmas each year, so I have 2 pots of tulips that are coming up. And way in the back, I want to show you, this is a bulb, and this is something that I got at Logi's years and years and years ago. I'll show you the name to it, but the variety is called, I think, Hobgoblin. And it gets these beautiful little flowers that are fragrant on it, but it was so pot bound, so I just repotted that. And I should see a lot more blooms out of it. Yeah, so that is the name of the plant there. So it's a fun one, and it spent the whole winter out here as well. So yeah, can they take it outside? If they were outside, they would have not made it. Okay, it's just a totally different thing in here. I think that the stone floor helps a lot in absorbing the heat during the day and then releasing it at night. I don't know, but it works. All I can tell is it works. This is another fig tree. This one was new last year, and so is it okay? I'm not so sure. I know my Black Mission is going to be fine. I can just tell. This is the Black Mission. You can just tell this one's okay. This one might be okay. We'll see. I have 2 pots of succulents here that overwintered, and this is Calibrachoa, and this is one that I've had for years and years and years that I probably will take cuttings of that one for my own pots. And down below here I keep ready to go trays because oh, by the way, inside all of the things like tomatoes and peppers and eggplants are in the house under lights. So these are things out here that can take a little bit cooler temperatures. So these are for upcoming seedlings. I have a couple of empty trays. And here, I almost fried these today. I hope everything is okay. I have 2 trays. The back one is basil's. There is a heat mat under here, and it will keep these trays at about 70 degrees. You can see in the back the African daisies, the forget-me-nots. Over here, the calendulas are coming up. So if you have seedlings that you're growing in a container and they're outside or some, you have to make sure you vent them, because you can just cook the seeds. I have cooked many a seed. I'd like to say I'll never do it again, but oh yeah, I will. The basils, you can see that the seeds are swelling up. So, oh, all the way to the right, Genovese, looking good. Looks like tomorrow we'll actually have green, maybe some Tulsi tomorrow too. Oops, let's vent that. There we go. So this is the thermometer that I keep on top of here so that, or I tuck it down inside so I can monitor the temperature. Okay, so this tray is my equivalent to what people do with winter sowing with the milk gallons and stuff. So I started these in early January, and you can see that there's a lot of algae on top of the soil. You can see some things came up. What I'm going to say is that, does it really matter? Should I just wait? Because I have already given up on this feverfew, and there are very few sown. I've already re-sown these. So does it make me feel good to sow something in January? Yes, it does make me feel good to do that. Did some things really, really do well, like these bachelor buttons? Yeah, they did great. That you can't really see very well here, but that is spotted bee balm, perennial spotted bee balm, and it has been up for a while, and it had no problem. This and this are petunias. There's a few petunias, a lot of algae. So it's just sat here. Portulaca, there are some little baby portulacas in there, but I probably will re-sow some of these things. I will transplant the bachelor buttons into 4-inch pots. These are for my cutting garden very soon. Yeah, like yesterday. I'll do it yesterday. All right, then I've got 2 hanging baskets of begonias. Did the begonias make it through? I don't know yet. But I have a terrible, terrible, terrible time growing dichondra from seed. It is a pain in the neck, and I have learned to just take the old vines and lay them on top of the soil. You can see dichondra will overwinter in here no problem. So both pots have the dichondra, but can I get more seedlings? You can see I skipped over this pot right here. So you can see in this one, there are little seedlings. See those little seedlings right there? Those are dichondra seedlings. So then I can just dig them out and put them into their own pots. So and there's more dahlias on this side, and you know what I skipped over? There's the best girl, look at her. She's watching out. Oh, she hears a dog. You make sure you stay. So on this side are pots of elephant ears that were on the patio last summer. And will they come back? Yes, I've done the squeeze test. They're firm. They will be fine. They've done this before. It's not their first rodeo, so they are fine. All right, so the top shelf over here, I have 2 window boxes with lettuce seedlings. One of them is Marvel of 4 Season and the other is Sanguine. Did I label them? No, I did not, because I said, I'll remember. That's funny. I think I have a better chance of identifying the seedlings just by their seed leaves. I think these are Sanguine, and over here I just have a couple of them coming up so far. I saw another one, yeah, down in here. So my reason for doing this is to have early lettuce that I can pinch a little bit, and I will be transplanting these out into the garden. You can see behind I have cloth, the row protecting cloth that I will put over top of these if the temperatures dip down too low, to make sure everything is going to be okay. It really does make a difference. I've done a whole series. If you look back on my shorts, you can see I've done a whole series about how every layer adds another something of degrees, temperature degrees. So anyway, it all helps. And let's see, so these were sown. So most of these I sowed about a week ago. So the beginning of first, I think it was March 1st. Yes, it was March 1st. So you can see the soil looks good. The seedlings look healthy. They don't look stressed at all. We've got some arugula, and this is golden amaranth. This is the purple cabbage, and these are my cabbages that I use for sauerkraut, and it's a little spotty on the germination. I'm actually a little bit concerned about that, so I might be picking up some more seeds. These are yellow onions. This is Bare Necessities kale. It's a very frilly kale, very tasty kale, and this is a red kale. This is Merlot lettuce. It will turn very dark purple. This is Snow Princess calendula. This was such a favorite of mine last year. I loved this. This is orange milkweed. Both of these are orange milkweed. I raise monarch butterflies, and I do intend to plant some of these in the garden. I have a lot of milkweed going on out in the garden, but I actually use these to rotate in and out of their enclosure when they're caterpillars. Dinosaur kale, there were old seeds, a little spotty, but there's a couple of them coming up. This is bunnytail grass. Nothing is going on here, nothing for Nigella, or there was one little hoppy red amaranth there, so what's going on, I'm not sure. These are thyme and these are oregano, and so these are ones that I sell to my customers. That's what I have going on here. And then I have more ready to go seed trays and then empty trays down there. So I think that covers everything. And I have to tell you, I know this is a little greenhouse. I get so many plants out of this greenhouse. You probably wouldn't believe me, but thousands of plants will come through these doors because I have a small business and I grow plants for my local community, and for myself and for family and friends. But yeah, so I just rotate them in and out of here. But this is definitely my happy place. It is so nice and peaceful and calm and warm in here right now. So that's it for today. I just wanted to do a quick video to show you what I have growing in the greenhouse so far. There are so many more things that I have to get going with now that we have an extended forecast of what looks like nice, smooth weather coming up for us. Let's hope that that's the case. So what's going on in your area of the country or your area of the world? Are you planting? Are you already planting outside? Let me know. Drop me a comment below. Let me know that you're still out there. Thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time with me today, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.